Hey there, hello, and happy Monday. Welcome. Today, I am talking about 3 life-changing lessons I learned in 2021. Now, before we get started, let me just make sure we are live across all of the platforms. If you are joining today, please say hello, comment with your name, let me know where you are watching from. Let me just make sure we're all good to go on Facebook. Let's see. Okay. Looks like we are. I'm just going to be monitoring the comments there. So again, say hello in the chat, type live, share your name, let me know where you're watching from today so I can say hello to you. And if you're catching this on replay, comment replay with the same thing, your name, where you're watching from, so we know you're here as well. So thank you again for tuning in. It's December. It's hard to believe that. It's December already, which means that the end of the year is right around the corner. And like many people, I am turning towards reflective mode. I'm starting to think about everything that this year, 2021, has taught me. So today, I am so excited to share with you those 3 life-changing lessons that I learned this year. So before we dive in, I want to introduce myself. I am Melody Wilding. I'm the author of this book right here, Trust Yourself, Stop Overthinking, and Channel Your Emotions for Success at Work. I am an executive and leadership coach to people I call sensitive strivers. And that is a term I have coined that refers to professionals, maybe someone just like you, people who are highly sensitive, meaning they think and feel everything more deeply, but they are also high achieving. So they are ambitious and driven in their careers. So my clients are leaders, managers, individual contributors at some of the world's top companies. And while they look successful on the outside, they look like they have it all figured out, they struggle internally with self-doubt, imposter syndrome, and taking things too personally. If that sounds familiar to you, type yes in the comments and let me know. Okay, let me just keep an eye on the comments here. All right, Pedro, hello. Din, thank you so much for joining. Again, if you are joining live today, say hi in the comments so I can shout you out. Okay, so if any of that sounded familiar, I was saying you look like you have it all together on the outside, but you feel very differently within, then you are in exactly the right place. And you will be very excited to know that my 90-day group coaching program, Resilient, is open for early enrollment as of tomorrow. Now, this is the final time I am ever running this program live with weekly calls and weekly coaching from me. So as my thanks for tuning in today and giving me your time and attention, which I know is very precious, I want to give you early access to one of the spots and the opportunity to save $300 when you join now. So the link is on the screen. I will also make sure to put it in the chat. Hey, Loretta, thanks so much for joining us today. Now, this program, Resilient, it is perfect for you if you want 2022 to be different for you. If you are ready to stop getting in your own way and to finally build the confidence, calm, the leadership, presence, and influence that you know you are capable of. So again, this is special because this is the last time I will ever be facilitating this program live with weekly calls and high touch coaching from me. So again, I'll put that link in the comments so that you have it. All right. So today I am sharing those 3 life-changing lessons I learned this year. 2021 was a huge year for me, both professionally and personally. So on the professional side, my first book, Trust Yourself, came out, which was very exciting. Writing and publishing this book was by far the most difficult thing I have ever done in my career, but it was also the most meaningful and fulfilling. So it has been an absolute honor to hear from readers like you every single day who say the book has changed their life. It has also opened up so many new opportunities, like speaking at amazing companies and organizations, and also teaching LinkedIn courses, for example. So lots of amazing things have come out of it. And on the personal side, 2021 was also a big year. I faced some health issues. I had a number of injuries that really challenged me both mentally and physically. I had to become so much more patient and compassionate with myself, which, as a sensitive striver, has never been my strong suit. I've also been planning my wedding, very exciting, which has undoubtedly also been an exercise in handling stress and overthinking. And if you've ever planned a wedding, you know exactly what I mean. So, within all of this chaos and celebration, there are three life changing lessons that I learned that I want to share with you today. I'm going to share them in no particular order. So, let me just say hello to some people who are joining us. Okay. Hello, Human. Hello. Okay, let's see. All right, so let's get into lesson number one, which is you teach people how to treat you. You teach people how to treat you. This is a phrase I say to my clients and our members of Resilient all the time. You may be sick of hearing me say that if you have ever worked with me. This is one lesson I personally continue to learn over and over again. You teach people how to treat you refers to the fact that if you don't respect yourself, you can't expect other people to. So, for example, if you are responding to work messages at all hours of the day and night, you are teaching people that you will constantly be responsive. So, do you ever do that? And type yes if you are that person who is constantly responsive, always on your email. Or if you are the one constantly raising your hand to volunteer for new projects, to fix broken situations that are on your team, then it's unlikely that anyone else is going to step up because you are doing that job. And that can lead to a lot of resentment on your part. It feels like a heavy burden to carry. Right? So over this last year, I have learned this lesson in a very big way by taking control of my schedule. So when the book came out, I was allowing people to schedule time with me all over the place. Early mornings, late evenings. I was even taking some interviews on the weekends to fit them in. It was totally and utterly exhausting. I was so stressed, and I have never shared this before, that I was so stressed. I wasn't sleeping. I was having heart palpitations. My nervous system was just constantly in a state of fight or flight. The problem was I had fooled myself into thinking I had to do this. Like this was an obligation that I had to do. I had to make myself available or else people wouldn't like me. They would think I was conceited and big-headed if I told them I could only take calls at certain times, right? That I wasn't being flexible enough. So I share this lesson, that lesson of you teach people how to treat you, with my clients all the time. Yet I realized I was being hypocritical by not taking that advice myself. It was very much out of integrity. So I had to make some drastic changes to my schedule. Pretty much overnight, I started blocking out 2 days a week on my calendar for focused work. No calls. It was just time for heads down, writing, creation mode. I'm also now taking most Fridays off every month to focus on myself, my personal life, and to do more creative work. I have set much more stringent criteria around what I do and don't say yes to. And honestly, I can say that I'm starting to feel more like myself again. So I want you to consider for yourself, how are you teaching people to treat you? Are you happy with that? And if not, what needs to change? So comment below, let me know if that is resonating with you and what you think you need to change as far as how you are teaching people to treat you. Okay, so that's lesson number one. Lesson number two that I learned this year is you are not as important as you think. I mean that with all kindness, and I mean it with kindness towards myself. When you realize you are not as important as you think, it can be very freeing and very liberating. We sensitive strivers, we tend to get very preoccupied with what other people think about us. We worry about how they're judging us, the perception they have about us and our abilities. Do people like us? We obsess over mistakes we've made for days. And I definitely fell into that trap this year. I found myself getting very caught up in comparing myself to others, worrying about the reviews of the book, getting upset when someone didn't follow through on something they said they were going to do. And frankly, I just got sick of myself. I got fed up with myself. I realized that it was such self centered thinking to be so concerned about myself all the time. So here's the thing, we all have a spotlight on our own behavior and what's going on in our own lives. And this is actually called the spotlight effect in psychology. The flip side of that is that other people are also so caught up in their own lives, their own mistakes, their own inner dialogue, that they're actually paying very little attention to us. They're not paying as much attention to our mistakes, our missteps as we think they are. So, this is exactly why it's so freeing to realize that you are not as important as you think. I feel like this year I've become so much better, so much more laid back when it comes to letting things go, letting things just slide off my back, and generally just being less emotionally reactive to situations. The final life changing lesson I want to share with you from this year is that a different way to look at discomfort is as possibility and potential. So, a different way to look at discomfort is as possibility and potential. So, 2021 has pretty much been filled with nonstop discomfort for me, physically, mentally, emotionally, and even intellectually. And then one day, I was in a session with one of my clients, and we were talking about his own journey and how he was facing a lot of discomfort in his own business and career at that point, having to have many more difficult conversations, giving feedback to people, making higher pressure decisions. And it was really challenging him. It was really pushing the bounds of his confidence. And so I said to him that we can look at discomfort as a bad thing. We can look at it as pain, as something we fear and that we want to go away. Or we can look at the upside of it, right? This doesn't mean just making light of the situation or being Pollyanna about it, but we can look at discomfort as an opportunity. We can see that it means that there are new possibilities, there's new potential on the horizon for us. And I know that this has been absolutely true for me. Every time I have learned to sit with my discomfort and not resolve it through avoidance, distraction, numbing, beating myself up, amazing things start to happen. It immediately opens me up to a next level of growth and belief in myself. And I realize that my sensitivity gives me the depth and the tools to handle that discomfort. So I want to say that again, that my sensitivity gives me the depth and the tools to handle that discomfort. And I hope that you realize that for yourself too. So there you have it. There are my 3 most life-changing lessons from this year. Number 1, you teach people how to treat you. Number 2, you're not as important as you think. And number 3, a different way to look at discomfort is as possibility and potential. So let me know which of those resonated with you the most. Number 1, you teach people how to treat you. Number 2, you're not as important as you think. Or number 3, a different way to look at discomfort is as possibility and potential. So type that below, or I would love to hear, what is the most important lesson you have learned in 2021? What has this year taught you? So if you are still watching, then I want you to know that if you are ready to regain your confidence, master your emotions, and really reach your full potential at work, then I want to invite you to join us inside of my program, Resilient. In just 90 days, this program will help you go from insecure to empowered at work and finally believe in yourself and start to see your sensitivity as a good thing, as the strength and superpower that it is. So as I said earlier, this is the last time this program will ever be held completely live with weekly calls and higher touch coaching from me. So early enrollment opens tomorrow, but as a special thanks for watching this live, you can use the special link on the screen. I will also drop it in the comments below to get access now to one of those spots and to save $300. So thank you so much for tuning in today. I'll see you soon.